Hello student, this is the second part of video for chapter number 4 from geography. So in last video we have talked about the organic farming, and today we are going to cover these two topics, that is subsistence farming and commercial farming. As I said, the farming practice is different in the different part of world, and depending mainly upon the geographical condition, demand of produce, labor and level of technology, the farming is classified into two, that is subsistence and commercial farming. So first we are going to learn about the subsistence farming. This type of farming is practiced to meet the need of farmer family. So farmers self they are growing up the crops. Traditionally, low levels of technology and household labors are used to produce on small outputs. Subsistence farming can be further classified as intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence farming. So traditionally what they are doing, low level of technology means no heavy machineries. Generally it is being done by hands itself, tilling, sowing, irrigating, water, everything is being done by hands only. And generally the labors would be from the family itself. So this is called as subsistence farming. Again, this farming, subsistence farming, is divided into, that is intensive subsistence and primitive subsistence. So let's understand what is intensive subsistence agriculture. The farmer cultivates a small plot of land using simple tools and more labor. Cultivate with large number of days with sunshine and fertile soils permit growing of more than one crop annually on the same plot. Rice is the main crop. Other crops include wheat, maize, pulses and oil seeds. Intensive subsistence agriculture is prevalent in the thickly populated area of monsoon region of South, Southeast and East Asia. So in intensive subsistence agriculture, what the farmer used to do, they cultivate in a small plot using the simple tool, and they are having large number of labor. So generally in a year they are cultivating more than one, but usually they used to cultivate one crop every year. Rice is the most popular crop in this kind of intensive subsistence farming. Other crops which are being cultivated, as we read, that is wheat, maize, pulses and oilseed. So where this is being practiced, this kind of cultivation, in the thickly populated area where there is more rainfall, or the areas which is having monsoon region, considered as monsoon region. So South and Southeast and as well as East Asia, they are considered as the monsoon region. This area receives more rainfall. So as we know that rice needs more water, so these kind of crops are being cultivated in intensive subsistence agriculture. Next is primitive subsistence agriculture, including shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Already you have learned this in history also. What do you mean by shifting cultivation? Again we will learn over here if you have forgot. Shifting cultivation is practiced in the thickly forested area of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of Southeast Asia and Northeast India. These are the areas of heavy rainfall and quickly regenerated of vegetation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes are then mixed with the soil and crops like maize, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and the cultivators move to a new plot. Shifting cultivation is also known as slash and burn agriculture. So in history you have learned about that zoom cultivation or shifting cultivation. You can see the right hand side do you know box. Shifting cultivation is known by different names in different parts of the world, like zooming or zoom cultivation in Northeast India, that is milpa known in Mexico, roca known in Brazil, and ladang known in Malaysia. So shifting cultivation is known by different name in different part of world. So as I said, that is a simple way. Most probably this kind of cultivation is practiced in Amazon basin, tropical Africa, and the part of Southeast Asia, Northeast India. How this cultivation is done? Generally in the forest area, they used to clear a small plot of land. How they are clearing off? They are cutting down the trees, then roots are burned, then that ash works as a fertilizer for the soil. So that ash mix up with the soil. Later on they are growing the crops over there. After harvesting, what happens when the soil lose its fertility, when they are not able to grow anything over there, then they abandon that land for a period of time. Then they are moving to the other land for the cultivation. So after many years, that the abandoned land gets the fertility back, so they can come back and they can cultivate over here, but that is abandoned for many years. So this is shifting cultivation, moving from one place to another by for cultivation. So it is also known as slash and burn agriculture. Already you understood why it is known as slash and burn, because trees are being slashed off, cut off, and then it is burned, the roots are burned. So it is also known as slash and burn cultivation or agriculture. Next is nomadic herding. Now what is nomadic herding? Nomadic herding is practiced in the semi-arid and arid region of Sahara, Central Asia, and some parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. In this type of farming, herdsmen move from place to place with their animals for fodder and water along defined routes. These types of movement arises in the response of climatic constraints and terrains. Sheep, camel, yak, and goats are most commonly reared. They provide milk, meat, wool, hides, and other products to the herders and their families. So nomadic means, the nomad words only refer that those who move from one place to another, keep on roaming. These people are moving from one place to another. So you can see the first two lines, that these are being practiced where? In the semi-arid and arid region, means the region is having much plantation. So Sahara, Central Asia, parts of India like Rajasthan and Jammu and Kashmir. So this nomadic herding is generally practiced over here. So in this type of farming, herdsmen mainly they are rearing the livestock. So what kind of animals are they rearing? Sheep, camel, yak, goats, etc. They are being reared. Now these animals need grass, fodder. So the area what we have just read about, these areas is not always having the grass, the fodder to feed the animals. So because they are affected with different seasons, they move to one place to another where they could get the water and the fodder easily. So they are having a definite route, a defined route from where they always travels from one place to another in search of food and water. Fodder, in short, fodder for the animals. So when they are moving for the fodder and water for their animals to the different places, behalf of that, what animals give them back? They give them milk, they provide milk and meat, wools, hides. So this could be sold out in the areas where they are moving, and from that whatever earning they are getting, they can purchase other things. So in this way, there are two kind of farming divided in the primitive subsistence agriculture, that is shifting cultivation and nomadic herding. Next is commercial farming. In commercial farming, crops are grown and animals are reared for sale in market. The areas cultivated and the amount of capital used is large. Most of the work is done by machines. Commercial farming include commercial grain farming, mixed farming and plantation agriculture. So what is commercial farming? Mainly crops are grown and animals are reared for what? For selling in market. So it is not done for the personal use or for self, like we have read about the intensive farming or subsistent farming, but it is only for the commercial purpose, to sell the things in the market, to sell the things in market. So the area what they are cultivating, the amount of capital is very large. So input, the amount what they are putting into that cultivation field is large. Most probably this work is done by machines, as they have to complete it very fastly. Now commercial farming includes what? Commercial grain farming, like that. Then mixed farming, 2 or 3 kinds of crops are cultivated in one particular field only. And the plantation agricultures, like tea farming and coffee farming, these are called as plantation farming. So let's understand in the below given paragraph. In commercial grains, farming crops are grown for commercial purpose, as we already understood it. Wheat and maize are the common commercially grown grains, because it is huge in demand in everywhere in the world and in our country also. Major areas where commercial grain farming is practiced are temperate grasslands of North America, Europe, and Asia. So these are the regions where the maize and wheat are grown. So the land is also proper, the climate is also proper, and they are getting the enough rainfall, because the grasslands only get the rainfall that much, enough to just grow the grass. So most probably this kind of cultivation is being done in the temperate grassland. These areas are sparsely populated, with large farms spreading over hundred of hectares. So here there is no much population. It is not populated area, it is partially less population. So they are having huge land also, hundred of hectares of land, so they can cultivate in more region. Then severe winter restrict the growing season and only a single crop can be grown. So here that this region is also affected by the one season, that is winter. So in some region only one crop or one kind of crop is grown. In mixed farming, the land is used for growing food and fodder crops and rearing livestock. So as I said, 2 or 3 crops are grown together, or the crops with the they are also rearing the livestock. So these two kind of farming can be done together. It is practiced in Europe, Eastern USA, Argentina, Southeast Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. So this kind of farming is practiced in these regions. Next you can read over here is plantation. Plantation are type of commercial farming where single crop of tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton are grown. Large amount of labor and capital are required over here. The produce may be processed on the farm itself in nearby factories. The development of a transport network is thus essential for such kind of farming. So here plantation means it is all again cultivated, or farming is done for the commercial purpose only. So what kind of crops are being farmed or cultivated? That is tea, coffee, sugarcane, cashew, rubber, banana, or cotton. These are being cultivated, and this is being sent to the nearby factories for the process. And to reach these crops or the grown crops, they are sent to the factories. From factories these are sent to the cities where it is being needed. Major plantations are found in the tropical regions of the world. Rubber in Malaysia, coffee in Brazil, tea in India, Sri Lanka are some example. So these are the region where mostly these crops are cultivated. Major crops, a large variety of crops are grown to meet the requirement of the growing population. So Crops also supply raw materials for agro-based industries. Major food crops are wheat, rice, maize and millets. Jute and cotton are fiber crops. Important beverage crops are tea and coffee. So these are the major crops which are being high in demand by the population, which is needed by the population. So what are the major crops? That is wheat, rice, maize and millets. All usually the population have it. And the next is jute and cotton. These are called as fiber crops, and it is very important again. And beverages, that is the next thing, that is tea and coffee, that is being more consumed by the population. So let's know about the first major crop, that is rice. Rice is the major food crop of the world. It is the staple diet of the tropical and subtropical region. Staple means regular diet, what we are having. So generally it is consumed in the tropical and subtropical region. Rice needs high temperature, high humidity and as well as rainfall. So it grows best in alluvial and clayey soil which can retain water. Because water is important thing for the cultivation of rice and for growing the rice. So China leads in the production of rice, followed by India, Japan, Sri Lanka and Egypt. So these are the region where the rice are being grown. In the favorable climatic condition as in West Bengal and Bangladesh, 2 to 3 crops are grown in a year. So multi crops are grown in this region, mainly in the West Bengal and the Bangladesh, because the climatic conditions are suitable for all such 2 or 3 crops. Next is wheat. Wheat requires moderate temperature and rainfall during the growing season and bright sunshine at the time of harvest. So it thrives best in well-drained loamy soil. So loamy soil is needed for the cultivation of wheat. Wheat is grown extensively in USA, Canada, Argentina, Russia, Ukraine, Australia and India. So in India it is grown in winter season, during winter, because the loamy soil, as it is said, it is very necessary, and the humidity weather it is needed for the crop. Next is millets. They are also known as chorus grains and can be grown on less fertile and sandy soil. It is a hardy crop that needs low rainfall and high to moderate temperature and adequate rainfall. Jowar, bajra and ragi are grown in India. Other countries are Nigeria, China and Niger. So you can see that jowar and bajra. Jowar most probably in Haryana and Rajasthan it is being eaten, and bajra in Gujarat most probably it is eaten. So most probably the climate in India it is suitable for this kind of cultivation, and the other countries which grows this millets are Nigeria, China and Niger. So from maize we will cover in the other video. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.